We will start by choosing our materials. In this case, I am repurposing the sleeve of a cashmere sweater and sorting out the best way to place the pattern pieces so that I waste as little material as possible. I'm gonna fold it lengthwise since I need, for the exterior bonnet, I need 2 side bonnets and 1 center bonnet. And I'm gonna place the center bonnet right on the fold. These are the pieces that I need in the gray fabric. I also need 2 ears. I'm gonna need pink lining for the ears and whatever knit material you choose to line the inside of the bonnet, which is this floral cotton jersey. As you can see, part of my technique of sewing with knits is either to have a pattern just for the upper top or to not even cut the pattern, just trace it, sew it, and then cut it. This helps minimize stretching the knit as you sew it. Once you trim the ears, you turn them right side out and you're gonna press them, and then we're going to stitch around them. But first, we gotta make sure that everything looks nice and tidy. We're gonna work all the seams flat, press them, and then put a piece of chenille wire inside them. Once you have your chenille wire, fold it in half. Don't make a sharp corner at the top. Put it inside the ear and work it with your fingers as far up as you can and to touch the seams on the sides. Once you've put it all the way to the top of the ear, join the ends together, and I recommend you put either a little bit of floral tape, fabric, glue, or something to keep the wires from coming undone, from twisting and undoing. I didn't do that, but I highly recommend you do. We are going to leave about 1 inch empty at the bottom of the ears. Fold them in this way and sew them to the bonnet. But first, we gotta make sure that the wire stays close to the seams. So we are going to enclose it by hand stitching all around the ears. I am using 3 strands of cotton floss. I first secure my stitch, and then I'm just going to do a very simple stitch to contain the wire close to the seam. You can do this sort of quilting stitch where you do 2 or 3 stitches at a time. Or if it's easier for you, you can do it back and forth this way. Just try to make your stitches even. You're gonna go all around the ear and then do the second ear as well. my wire ends over here, so I have enough space to fold the ears and sew them to the center bonnet. You can choose which way you want the ears to lie. If you sew them just like this to the bonnet, the ears will be very floppy, and then you can adjust the position and the way the ears lie once the bonnet is sewn by hand stitching the position that you want the ears to be in. But first I am going to close them like this so they don't open up as I secure them to the bonnet. Now I have my ear nice and secure with the wire close to the edge, and I can bend the ears into whichever stitchy position I need. So now you're going to place them right sides together to the center bonnet and secure them with your sewing machine. Try to place them at the same level, that's important. And now you're going to sew the side bonnets to the center bonnet. Make sure you press the seams either towards the center of the bonnet, or you can press them open as well, whichever is easier for you. Sewing the lining of the bonnet in the same way. We are going to close the bonnet all together, but first we have to sew ties. Place the ties at least a centimeter or a quarter of an inch distance from the front edge of the bonnet, and before you sew the lining to the exterior of the bonnet, tie the ties and secure the ears to the middle of the bonnet so that you don't catch them as you sew the bonnet. Pin the lining to the exterior bonnet right sides together. First pin the corners and then match all the seams. Make them match so that the bonnet looks very pretty once it's all sewn up. Now you're going to sew all around the perimeter of the bonnet, leaving a nice wide opening at the center back. And here it is, all sewn up. We're going to trim the corners and turn the bonnet right side out. It's important to press the bonnet with the seams flat so that it lies very neatly, but we are going to do the same stitch that we did on the ears. We're going to do it all around the bonnet, not only to secure the seam allowances flat, but it gives it a very heirloom old-fashioned look, which is the style of this bunny bonnet. And here is Miss Jeannie wearing it for you with the crumpled ears and her cotton twill ribbon. Here you can see the stitch I did all around the bonnet. You can use the same color, you can use variegated embroidery thread, you can use a contrasting color. Feel free to decorate with extra buttons or embroidery or ribbons, whatever suits your fancy. Now I'm sure your dolls will be ready to welcome spring or celebrate Easter. I hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget to get the PDF, and I'll see you all very soon.